could it be? For me, your man, Louie T. Welcome to the skill game. I, of course, am your set man, Louie T. Thank you for joining me. Let's talk about the week one contest between the New York Football Giants and the Washington Commanders. NFC East family business. If these two teams said they ain't did it, then they ain't did it. But if they did, well, that's family business. And so I'm excited about this contest, obviously, as a massive Commanders fan. Looking forward to seeing the fellas on the field for the first time in all of their splendor in 2025. There's so many different storylines heading into this game, but the one that I am most focused on is Jaden Daniels. Obviously, the success of the team as a whole, but this offense, we really haven't seen the offense nor the defense for that matter in its entirety this preseason. But I'm looking forward to seeing Jaden Daniels embark upon year 2 of his NFL career. A lot of people trying to put the sophomore slump title and moniker on him before he even takes the snap in the regular season. He only had one possession in the preseason. That was a bing, bang, boomer. They didn't even throw the football once. All 4 were runs, including Jaden Daniels capping off the 4-play possession with a touchdown run. So this is a game that I think sets the tone for the entire season. And again, if anything crazy were to happen in this game and somehow the Commanders don't come out on top, it doesn't mean that the entire season is going to be a flop. But that's not the way you want to start this season off. And when I look at this game and I look at the challenges that the Giants pose, this is going to be a scary game. A lot of people think that this is going to be some sort of, easy win for the Commanders. And I would love it to be the case. I don't see that being the way that this game plays out, but I would love it to be the way that this game plays out. But it's NFC East football. It's division football. I can't explain why the Cincinnati Bengals struggle the way that they do when they go to Cleveland every year. I can't explain it, but it happens. I can't explain why it is that the Jacksonville Jaguars always seem to beat the Indianapolis Colts at home almost every year. I can't explain it, but it happens. And I can't explain why it is that no matter how good we feel like we are, we always struggle with the Giants. No matter how bad they are, they always seem to either beat us or play us extremely close. It's just how it goes. And I don't expect this game to be any different because I don't think the Giants stink yet, or at least they don't know that they stink yet. Ultimately, I do think they're going to struggle this season, but they don't know that they're going to struggle right now. We have to help them see that they're going to struggle this season. And it's going to be a dogfight, I believe. But the thing that I feel like can set us apart in this game, the thing that does set us apart is the quarterback position. We've got one of the best in the business. We got one of them ones, and they don't. And because of that, I think there is a distinct advantage that we hold going into the game, which is why it is imperative that we protect Jaden Daniels up front. The line of scrimmage is going to be crucial in this game, both sides, because of the impact that it could have on the outcome of the game. You protect Jaden Daniels, I don't think there's any way possible that the Giants can stop Terry McLaurin, Noah Brown, Deebo Samuel, and Zach Ertz. I just don't see them having the defensive firepower to do that. The only way they can short circuit those guys is by getting to Jaden Daniels, right? He's the head of the snake. And if you can somehow get to the head of the snake, then the rest of that body doesn't matter. But if they can't get to Daniels, they can't stop Terry and stop Deebo and stop Noah Brown and stop Zach Ertz. They just can't. Someone's going to get open. Someone's going to be available. They don't have enough defensive talent to stop all of those guys at the same time. Mind you, having to stop Jaden Daniels as well and using his legs if need be. So the key is going to be just protect up front. And again, Cliff can do his part by calling quick passes to neutralize the pass rush initially. The tempo is always an issue for the opposition. You get a good completion, you get a good gain, and then we go fast. Now they can't sub guys in and out. Guys are tired. They got to play in their basic looks. You know, these are the things that we got to use to our advantage. If we're able to do these things effectively, if we're able to protect up front, I got no doubts. We're going to move the football. We're going to have success. And we're going to score points. And that's something I don't think the Giants are going to be able to do in abundance. Conversely, we got to stop the run. That's why I think this is going to be a line of scrimmage game. We got to stop the run because they want to be balanced. Everything that they want to do starts with the run game. They want to go play action fake. They want to take those shots down the field. They want to get us to be nosy and get out of our too high shell. They want us to come down and put the extra defender in the box. They want to get Malik Neighbors one-on-one. They want to get somebody vertical up the field. They want to get the tight end into the flats on a boot. All of these things are set up by run action fake. How do those things become successful? By having success on the ground, forcing us to respond to the run game. This is why you went out and you signed a Javon Kinlaw and a Dietrich Wise and an Eddie Goldman. This is why you fortified that front. Let's see it. If you're able to subdue their run game, it's going to force Russell Wilson to do something that I haven't seen him do basically in like 5 years, and that's win the game on his right arm. It's not who he is anymore. He's a guy that relies heavily on his defense to keep the score low, managing the game without making mistakes. And then when opportunities present itself for him to make a throw here or there, he can do that still. It was a reason why last year the Steelers didn't scare anyone. Hey, that's cool. It's nice that you're a playoff team. You're not going anywhere because you don't scare anyone. That's what the Giants are going to be this year. They're going to have to keep the score low. He's going to have to play mistake-free football. And he's going to have to take advantage of opportunities when they present themselves. Our job is to take away those opportunities, take away the run game, and force Russell Wilson to have to beat us. Don't think he can do that. Don't think he can do that. Malik Neighbors is capable if we don't corral him. But I don't think Russell Wilson is capable of doing that by himself. So if we can stop the run, then we can get after Russell Wilson and have some fun. And that's when the real party begins. So the trenches are going to be huge in this game. Because if we can protect Jaden Daniels, open up some rush lanes, they got no shot. If we can stop them from running the football, if we can stop them from being able to get pressure, if we can stop them from being in advantageous situations on third down, because I think they want to be in 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, 3rd and manageable. That's what they want to be in. That's what they want to live in. You get to them on 1st and 2nd down. You put them in 3rd and 8. You put them in 3rd and 9. I don't think they're going to be highly successful in this game. I don't. It doesn't feel like Andrew Thomas is going to play in this game. That's a problem because their offensive line already isn't that great to begin with. So this is a game that you have to get if you're the Commanders. You have to have this one. And I believe they're going to get it. I believe they're going to get it. I've got them winning this game 31-19. I think it's going to be a lot closer than a lot of people believe. I think this is a 24-19 game midway through the 4th quarter. Like, we're sitting there on pins and needles. Typical Giants Commanders game, right? This is the last time we've blown the Giants out. I can't tell you. I can't remember the last time we've had a decisive victory over the Giants. I don't know the last time that happened. So I can't tell you. I just know every time we play the Giants, whether we're really good or they're really bad, or vice versa, they're really good and we suck, the game's close. The game's close. So I expect this to be another one of those games, but I think we will score a touchdown in the fourth quarter to pull away and win this game 31-19. Right. So let's get to some opportunities that may exist in this game for your boy to win some money and maybe for you to win some money. Let's get to the skill game, brought to you by Sleeper. The skill game, brought to you by Sleeper. So, big shout out to Sleeper for sponsoring this stream. Sleeper is a fantasy sports and real money gaming app that focuses on bringing people together through sports and gaming, and they do a fantastic job. I've shown you this app so many times. I told you I am madly in love with this app. You can bet, or excuse me, you can make picks on any sport, right? I think they're working on soccer right now. I don't think they have soccer quite yet, but as you can see here at the top, NFL, college football, Major League Baseball, WNBA, right? Tennis, MMA, like, and they're working on other sports as well. Fantasy football is big, or just fantasy in general, whether you play fantasy baseball, fantasy football, fantasy basketball, whatever, is huge on this app. I'm not a fantasy guy, you know that, but I do love making picks, which is what we're going to do today. So I am going to hit NFL at the top here. I'm going to go to the Commanders Giants game, because that's what we're interested in. Click on that, and that's going to give us all of our options for this particular game. All right. And once again, if you do not have the Sleeper app, do yourself a favor. Download the app. There's a link down in the description of this video. Click that link, download the app, use my promo code LTN to get 100% match on up to $100 deposit, right? So I'm always love to go see what they have for me in the anytime touchdown department, because that feels like something tangible. And there are a lot of options here. Let's go all the way down and then let's work our way up. Not interested in Noah Brown. I'm not interested in Jalen Lane. Not interested in Jeremy McNichols or Wan'Dale Robinson. Theo Johnson. Zach Ertz is very interesting. I think he's going to catch a touchdown tomorrow. So I'm gonna hold on to him. I'm not going to use him yet. Slayton, Chris Rodriguez, Bill, Devin Singletary, Tyrone Tracy, Eck. Debo is another guy that I think is going to score tomorrow. Terry McLaurin. Notice they don't have Jaden anytime touchdown, because I could see him running for a touchdown too. He may be in the rush touchdown category. I really want to go with Debo here, because I really think he's going to get into the end zone. He's the guy that's gotten the most work this summer. I could easily see him getting in the end zone. Terry is a guy that, last year had his way with the Giants, especially in that second game. I could see him getting in the end zone. He was fantastic at doing that last year. Same with Ertz. We'll come back to anytime touchdown. Let's look at some other categories. Let's see. Receptions. So Ertz, 3.5. And, in my mind, this is the problem I have. I have to stop thinking that I have to go more. I can go less too, right? A guy having less than. I just, in my mind, I'm always thinking more. Terry So because Malik Neighbors is dealing with a back, even though he's fine, I'm going to stay away from him. If he's fully healthy, and I have no reason to believe that he's not, but I know he didn't practice on Friday. He was dealing with the back in training camp. He could start this game and not finish it, is what I'm getting at. If he plays the entire game, he's going to have more than 6 catches. But I'm not messing around with that. I'll leave that alone. You know Terry is good for an early season 3-catch, 28-yard performance. So I'm leaving that alone. I could easily go less, but I'm not going to do that. Man, Debo could get a bunch of, quick passes to get him going. I could easily see Debo over, 3.5 receptions. Same with Ertz. He's such a big part of the offense. You know what? Man, I just don't know how Ertz doesn't have more than 3.5 receptions, right? That just feels like he gets targeted 7 or 8 times and catches 5 or 6 passes, right? Doesn't it? Let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go more, right? All right, so we're going to go more, and then we're going to go with the 1.27 multiplier. So more than 3 receptions for Ertz. Let's keep going. All right. Rush yards. Okay, I'm about to say they don't have Jaden up here for rush yards. What are we doing? Man, Bill for 21.5 is so tempting. I just don't know what the pecking order is going to be tomorrow, right? That is the part that really frustrates me. Jaden for 42.5 is, after watching what these quarterbacks have done in these first 2 games of the season, I feel so confident about Jaden exceeding 43 yards in this game. Bill for 22 yards feels crazy because I feel like Bill could get a 12-yard carry and another 8-yard carry, and that's 20 yards. At that point, he'd pretty much have it against this Giants defense. There's no way Bill isn't getting busy tomorrow. I feel like this Giants run defense isn't great. And I think Bill's going to get some opportunities tomorrow, despite being 4th on the Deppy, right? Bill at 22 yards. Bill for, 40 is so tempting. Let's not be greedy. I need a win, right? I haven't won yet. So let's not be greedy. I'll go with the 25 rush yards or more multiplier of 1.88. I got Bill for more than 25 yards rushing. Let's go. Let's see what else we got. Pass yards. Let's see what they got Jaden at for this game. 225. That's a good number for Jaden. That is a really good number for Jaden. I'm going to leave that one alone. Receiving yards. Noah Brown at 17.5. With all the weapons we have now and with Noah's injury situation, they're trying to bait me. They're trying to get me to take that as a layup. And Noah could, not be out. Like similar to what I said about Malik Neighbors. Like, if Noah Brown plays the entire game, I think he's going to have 18 yards receiving. But what if he doesn't, though? Right? Let's see if they got any packages. Rushing receiving yards. Oh, they only have Eck. If Debo was an option, I might have been able to check that one out. Because I don't think Eck's gonna run like they want me to believe Eck is gonna get a bunch of totes tomorrow, and I don't. I just don't. I think Eck might get 3 or 4 carries. I don't know how successful those carries go. Eck's gonna catch it out of the backfield 2 or 3 times, right? Like I'm not expecting Eck to be lighting it up tomorrow necessarily. Total tackles. Bobby Wagner is a tackling machine. Total tackles in the game. I could see him with more than 9. I probably should leave that alone, though. Kick points. Graham Gano. I see him kicking 2 field goals. I do. I see the Giants settling for 2 field goals in the game. That one feels like easy money. Because Matt Gay, we could score, 4 touchdowns and a field goal, which is what I have us doing. That's 31 points, and he wouldn't hit over 7.5. Now, I could take less, but that again, I don't like going less. I like going more. I think Graham Gano more than 5.5 kick points feels like a good deal to me. I'll take that one because I see them kicking 2 field goals. Now I'll be wrong. I'll take a wrong answer for him to miss a field goal or 2 in this game, but he's a pretty good field goal kicker. So let's see. Malik Neighbors is going to get targeted a lot in this game, and he's probably going to catch the ball a lot in this game. And again, the only thing I don't want to do is assume health, which is tough to do. Rushing touchdowns. I think Jaden's going to score a touchdown tomorrow on the ground. After watching the first 2 games of the season, seeing how these quarterbacks have been running, using their legs. Herbert had a rushing touchdown yesterday. Mahomes had a rushing touchdown yesterday. Hurts had 2 rushing touchdowns on Thursday. It's hard for me to think that Jaden's not going to run for a touchdown tomorrow. Let's see what I got already. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stick to this. All right. And I'm all glory, right? So I got Ertz with more than 3 receptions. I got Bill with more than 25 rush yards. And I got Graham Gano for more than 5.5 kick points. That feels good to me. A lot of options. I kind of want to see. This game is hard for me to decipher, like, how much are they going to target Debo, right? How much are they going to target Terry? How much is Noah Brown going to be involved? Who's going to score the touchdowns? Feels like Ertz is going to get one. I feel like Debo's definitely going to score. I really wanted to go with that one, but These feel like safer bets to me. I need a win, right? I need a win. So, what do you guys think? How we feeling about these picks? Ertz, more than three receptions. Bill, more than 25 rush yards. And Graham Gano, more than 5.5 kick points. I feel good about this. Yeah. I feel so good about it. Let me see if I can up the amount. Let's up the amount to $30. I think this feels good. Got a chance to win $139.12 on this thing if I get all three of these right. And I think I'm going to get all three of these right. Let's do it. I'm submitting it. All right. So once again, if you don't have the Sleeper app, you're missing out, man. This is a excellent opportunity for you to have some fun. I told you this has enhanced my football watching experience. If you don't have the app, download it today. Link is in the description of this video. Put the promo code LTNN to get 100% match up to $100 deposit. There's going to be some big wins on this channel from this Sleeper app this season. And another thing, you can do so many other things like chat, check social media, all of that from this app. It's a lot of fun. Check it out and tell them your man Louie T sent you. So, with that said, that is going to do it for the skill game with me, your man Louie T. For the Giants Commanders game, obviously, we will come back and check out what I was able to do. You can make in-game picks. Say you're watching the game and you see right away, oh man, this is going to be a big game for fill in the blank. You can make an in-game pick. You could see that right away, this is not going to be a great game for fill in the blank. And you can do that as well. The options are endless. Check out the Sleeper app. Tomorrow's going to be so much fun. Remember, keep in mind, right after the game is done, I've got a Bleacher Report obligation where I'm there for roughly 20 to 30 minutes to recap the game. And then I'm coming straight to you guys here on the Louie T Network, and we're going to chop it up about this game and all of its splendor. Hopefully, we'll be talking about a Commanders victory, getting in the left-hand column and starting this season off the way that it's supposed to, the right way. Tonight, Commanders Kings will ride. We will be live at, I think, 9 o'clock tonight on the Commanders Kings channel. So if you're interested, bookmark that, check it out. Looking forward to chopping it up with you guys tomorrow. A full day of NFL action. We're back. Feels good, feels good. Looking forward to it. Until then, I'm your man, Louie T, signing off. I got one or two comments here. Let me get to those before we get out of here. Kevin, the PRF. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Kevin, the PRF, writes, Daboll opening day readiness. 27-6, loss to the Vikings. 40-0 loss to the Cowboys. 21-20 comeback win versus Titans on 160 yards from the Eagles running back. So I remember the comeback. They were pretty much dead in the water against the Titans. That was back in 2022, the year that they ended up being good. The Cowboys 40-0 game was on a Sunday night, I believe. That one got ugly fast. The Giants actually started out the game well on the drive, and then I think they had like a botched snap or something, and then they had to settle for a field goal. It got blocked and picked up by none other than our guy Noah Igbenogany and run back for a touchdown, and the rest is history. And they just absolutely collapsed after that. And last year, the Vikings just went in there and just basically beat them to a pulp. You know, turned them over. I think there was a pick six by the linebacker from Miami on a pick six where he just plucked it out of the air. Van Ginkel, I think he ran one back for a touchdown. They just harassed Daniel Jones. It was ugly. So, you know, when you look at it from that perspective, you go, yeah, we got a shot to kick their ass, but this ain't that. And our defense isn't the Vikings defense. The Cowboys historically have just devoured the Giants. We haven't. So I'm not going to I just don't want any parts of that 21-20. They went for 2 in that game in the win and got it. I just don't want any parts of that. All right. But yeah, they haven't been, great on opening days under Brian Daboll. Hopefully we can continue the trend and kick their ass. But I don't know. We'll see. The thing I don't like about this graphic here is, if I'm not mistaken, the 27-6 and 40-0 were both home games, and the 21-20 game against the Titans was on the road. So again, I don't put too much stock into any of it, but we just need to take care of business. That's all I know. That's all I'm concerned about. We just need to take care of business. Hey, Scotty. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. What up, Scotty? All right. Happy Saturday, Lou. Happy Saturday to you too, Scotty. Hashtag hail, hashtag SOTG. You know what it is. Shout out to Gabe. Y'all know what it is. It is a happy Saturday indeed. It'll be an even better Sunday at 4:07 East time if the Commanders have at least one more point than the New York Football Giants. I'm hoping it's more like 24 more points, but hey, as long as they got one more than the Ops, and when all those, numbers say 0 in the fourth quarter, I'll be thrilled. I'll be thrilled. That's all I'm looking for. So anyway, I digress. Could there be a 40 burger tomorrow? The Giants are due for one in terms of getting one put on their head from us. They're due for a 40 burger. I don't know if their defense is in the I don't know if they're in the mode of giving up 40 points right out of the gate. I don't see them doing that. So anyway, I digress. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. And you probably will see me at least once more, maybe twice. But whatever the case may be, you guys have a good one. Take care. And thank you for joining me on the Skill Game, brought to you by Sleeper. I'm out. Peace.